Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 18th of March. We have new mods, we have a few updates. The updates are as follows. From the left, the potato seller by Prezemek 23433 and Bartson V3 has had an update. The map National Valley says it's an update. Now, unless I missed it one of the times I was away on holiday or have overlooked it at some point, as far as I'm aware, this is new to console. It could be new across all platforms, but the actual changelog isn't saying console release. I think it's new. National Valley by Gwendol. The Pickup F1000 Brazil by J.AModding and the TCM Runner Pack by TCM have all had updates today. In front of me, we have got the boat trailer. This is by TB.Simulationen and Red Cat 3D. 4.72 megabytes to download. 5 slots on console. This is an aesthetic mod for storylines, narratives, anything you want to do with it really. It's just been kind of added in as a boat trailer. This you'll find... Oh, where did I find this? I think it's under miscellaneous. Slot count goes from 5 down to 1. I don't think there's any options available. I mean, colour-wise and stuff like that. But that bit there is for the number plate. We drop down, and look at the bottom there. TB120, and then we scroll across. And we can go through a load of different options there on number plates, and that, in essence, it hooks up by a trailer and you take it off, and it doesn't go in the water. It doesn't anything like that. It's a trailer with a boat on. Next, we've got the small barn. This is by Tomeczek. 4.11 megabytes download. 8 slots on console. Nice bit of detailing on this. We have doors open here. And the other side, making this section drive through. Small door opens to this side. I don't think there's any lighting in this one. Kind of whitewashed cinder block walls. And I say tin roof. Could be an old asbestos roof. Shouldn't really have it anymore, but this you'll find under sheds. 10,000 to buy. Slot count drops down from 8 to 1. That's a small barn by Tomeczek. Next up, we have got the cow barn. This is by Daniel X321, 13.52 megabytes download. It is 27 slots on console. It will hold 30 cows. I say I've encountered a problem. It's not too much of a problem. Door opens there. Nice detailing and weathering and that kind of stuff. This whole section to the side is just storage for vehicles or whatever you want to put in. Drive through on these two doors, but not on this end one. I haven't found the light switch. There are lights. That said, I'm going to look around now and find it straight away. There is a ladder that goes up to a kind of hayloft here as well, up above. The actual livestock section of it is here. If we open this door, the animal dialogue box is just here. As I said, it will hold 30. Now, the water trigger was about here when I got to it with the little water trailer. It came up about here. Straw, Tomix ration, hay, that kind of stuff. The trigger is just inside here. Now, it is drive-through. The only problem I found was that door is really low. So it's going to require very small tractors with very small trailers. I had the little drop nose Massey, and that couldn't get under there. So it'd have to be probably something without a cab if you want to go all the way through. But you can back a trailer in. There's not a lot of room for tipper trailers. As you can see, the roof's quite low here. That was kind of only the kind of real issue with it. I think that's the milk trigger, because, like I say, the water on was there. Everything else is accounted for, so I think that's the milk trigger there. If we go right through, we've got the little kind of slurry trough that runs off out here, out to the back. When we come out to the back here, we've got the slurry point just there. We've got a manure point, as you can see, we've got a bit of manure in it just there. if we go into our menu and across to animals, you also see that with just total mix ration, we're at 100% productivity. So you don't need to have all of those things to get to 100%. You can get to 100% with just the total mix ration, water and straw. This one is under animal pens. 130,000 to buy. Slot count drops down from 27. Did I say what's here? 27 down to 2. Yeah, I mean, like I say, the weather in detail is really nice. I'm going to be really annoyed, aren't I? So I'm going to suddenly see the light switch, or someone's going to say, "Oh yeah, it was blah blah blah." My light switch dilemmas continue. Oh, hang on. There we go. None in there. There we go. One outside as well. So there we go. The Cow Barn by Daniel X321. Moving on from that, we've got the Warehouse with Conveyor. This by Bartson V3. 6.07 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. This definitely has a light switch because it was right on the outside there and I found it. This is a silo, and this will hold potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, and wood chips. 70,000 litres. Again, you're not going to get huge trailers in here. Tipper ones, you haven't got a lot of room above, but what you will do... Got sugar cane on this one, I think. Yep. So the tip trigger should come up. I won't put it all in there, let's say. Once you get to a certain point, obviously you can come in from the other way and tip from the edge because it does slope down. But that's fine. So putting in is done there. Taking out does have a little animation, which we do under here. Press L3. Sugarcane. There we go. Very handy. This is under silos. 16,000 to buy. 70,000 litre capacity of each of those 4 crops you can put in there. Slot count will drop down from 8 to 1 for any subsequent one you place after that. Next. Over here we have got the homemade bag lifter, which is this device here. This is under front loaders, so it will go on a front loader attachment, a vehicle that is a front loader, or if you've got adapters and things for a front loader. Fixed in place hook. This will only work on bags. I did try it with a pallet of just seed and it wouldn't pick it up. Now there are a few different mods like this, and some that have like the cross member sections. I haven't tried hooking up to any of those because for me, I'm reviewing this mod as a standalone mod. Potentially it might hook up to other things as well, but it is designed to be a bag lifter, so you can lift up and tip your seed fertilizer and stuff into seeders and fertilizer spreaders. This is by J.AModding, 0.54 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. You'll find it under tools and under front loaders. 1,000 to buy. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. So what should happen is hook up to my front loader, which gives you a fair bit of reach as well if you want to store them away or that kind of thing. You don't have to, but you can do it if you like. It should come up, there you go. With the ability to attach, lift up your bags, and then put them over whatever you want to for loading into or storage if you want to do it like that. So there we go. The Lizard homemade bag lifter by J.AModding. Next we've got this little trailer here. This is the CSL8 by DMG Mert. 3.82 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. It has an 8,000 litre capacity. Does have a rear trailer hitch. Actually, I haven't tried hooking up to anything. Maybe I should do that actually while we're looking at it. This is under tools and trailers. 12,000 to buy. As I said, 8,000 litre capacity. It takes all of those crop types and things along the bottom there. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. We can change the wheel brand from Lizard to Trelleborg. Those are the options. Tipping, L1, R1 and triangle. What I'm going to do is just open that menu, just to double check. Yeah, it only tips from the back. I didn't know if it tipped from the left or right as well. I'm not getting an option to change that. So what I will do though, is just double check the trailer attached on the back with the next mod we're going to be looking at. I'm going to come out at the best angle, have I? Maybe not, because that is a pin hitch behind and that should really be hooking up to it. There are a lot of trailers available. Potentially it is there just for show. It could just be that particular mod it doesn't want to hook up to. But anyway, that's the CSL 8 by DMG Mert. So next we've got the Lizard 1600. This is a crop protection trailer. 7,571 litres in this configuration. I put it in John Deere colours because I was going to try and hook up to a couple of things. As it turned out, the two things that I chose it wouldn't hook up to. This is supposed to be an extension tank which will take liquid fertiliser or herbicide, so you can extend the range of various vehicles, but obviously it needs to be a vehicle that you can actually hook a trailer up to behind. There are a few different configurations with regard to colour and capacity. There's an interesting capacity option on this one as well. This is by McKnightG, 8.05 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. You'll find it under crop protection, under tools. 23,972 to buy. If you look at the capacity down to the bottom left, I think there's been a bit of a decimal place issue with it, but that's not a problem really. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet, which does the framework and the strapping around the tank. Rim colour to anything on that pallet. Then design colour does the tank itself. Tank type standard 6,056 litres, or extended tank, which takes us to 7,570.819822421 and continuing on, which actually just equates to 7,571. Attacher type says trailer low or trailer high. Yeah, potentially, maybe I've got the wrong trailer on. I think I went trailer low. Maybe I need the trailer high to hook up to other things, but that'll be require a bit of fiddling around. Then wheel setup, we've got standard or we've got reverse tread, like that. And that's what it's for. There's not really a lot else to show you really. I've got 7,571 litres of liquid fertiliser in it. Swivel front axle. Extend the range of various different bits of machinery. There you go. That's the Lizard 1600 by McKnightG. Moving on from there, we have this, although I think it's broken personally. This is the Lizard B250. This is by Xande, KayaMods, and I think it's Darken, DRKN042. 6.48 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This comes under the cultivator section. You'll find it there. 3,500 to buy, 3 metres wide, requires 70 horsepower to run it, and it will run at 9 miles per hour. Options available, there are none. You get it just like that. But here's the issue. I've tried with a few different tractors, and the problem I've got is this. But when I hook up to it, that's absolutely fine. Watch it work now. When I come to lower it, it says you first need to unfold the tool, in brackets, cultivator. There's no option to unfold. I've tried L1 and X, I've tried L1 and square. I've tried all different configuration options and I can't get it to work. It won't lower. Every time I try and lower it, I get that message coming up. So there's obviously something causing a problem there. So unfortunately, I can't show you it. It's very peculiar. So that's the Lizard B250. Probably going to need an update. Like I say, I have tried various different tractors. It's not specific to this JCB. I've tried a few different ones and I keep getting the same message. And I have tried a whole load of different configurations to get it to work, and it just doesn't want to. So yeah, that's by Xande, KayaMods and Dokken042. Next up, we have got this. This is the Rotovator MR. This is by Holzs FS and WAG. I'm going to get this right. Giacomozzi. So Holzs FS and WAG Giacomozzi. It's 10.95 megabytes download, 11 slots on console. Sorry, that filled in both things was driving me mad. It is a power harrow, PTO, so it is driven. It doesn't just pull through the ground. These bits on the front section are actually powered and spin. This is 5 meters wide, and actually compared to a lot of the other power harrows, doesn't require a huge amount of power. We've got 95 horsepower, 100 horsepower, various different things there for 3 meter and 4 meters. But the 5 meter one, it looks a little bit wider than 5 to me, but I think it is 5 meters. 95 horsepower required. We'll run at 6 miles per hour. Slot count drops down from 11 to 1. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. There are only 4 choices on there. Then we can have on the back a cutting roller. We can have an original cover. Or we can have a finishing board, which basically just smooths the ground behind it. So it depends what option you want to go for on there. What we do is hook it up, switch it on. So you see the Rotovator sections under there spinning away. Drop it down, and we are cultivating. There are faster cultivators. Generally speaking, the power harrows often or normally run a lot slower. And that's it. 5 meter. The Rotovator MR by Holzs FS and WAG Giacomozzi. Moving on. We have this interesting looking contraption. This is the AGM TM240. This is 9.16 megabytes download, 27 slots on console. It's by Tailan and Agro mods. This is a self-propelled auger wagon. So we've got the auger wagon section on the back with the pipe. And it's self-propelled, like harvester front section and cab. It's an interesting looking thing. It's, yeah, I think it's 28,000 litre capacity. There is a rear PTO there. It does show a trailer hitch, but that rear PTO, as far as I can tell, runs the belt which runs the auger on the back section. I don't think it hooks up to anything with a PTO. This is under vehicles, and I think it was miscellaneous. There you go, the AGM TM240, 45 grand to buy, 240 horsepower, is 28,000 litres, and it will take you regular things that an auger wagon will take. So it will take your main crop types, and it will do seed and fertiliser as well. Options available, we can change the rim colour to anything on that palette. Then we've got design original, or water tank, just puts a water tank at the front under the steps. Let's do one on the other side as well. I think it's just under the steps, it puts a little water tank. Then we've got wheel setup standard, wheel weights, wide tyres, widen weights, or the rear twins. If you want to avoid too much compaction, or you're on a bit of a slope and you want to hopefully avoid it tipping over. Yeah, it's something a bit different, isn't it? It looks so strange, but lighting on it. Look at all the lights across the front of that. There are enough lights on there, do you think? Lights on full beam, auger L1 and down on the D-pad. There's a light on the auger pipe as well. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no other options for adjusting that auger. That's where it is. Yeah, I've always said, you know, I know it's probably one of those things people go, oh, what do you need this for? I don't often use auger wagons too much, but it is different, and it's always interesting to have something different in games, especially something that looks like this does. A peculiarity, but it's, yeah, I think it looks brilliant. Now, we do have in cab, looks like this. I don't think we've got the doors that open and close or anything. No, just unload here. Turn that off. Turn the lights off. Yeah, there we go. That's the AGM TM240 by Tailan and Agro mods. Self-propelled auger wagon. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. Now, before we get into that, there are potentially, as you saw at the start, we have got a modded map updated, which I think is new. We've also got two other maps out today. We've got Hebdo by Tomeczek, and we've got Luca's Island by, that's Luca's Island, not Lucas, Luca's Island by Kaz64 and Old Aussie Gamer. I will try my best to get onto them. I don't want to go into details, but there's some stuff happening at the moment which may cause issues with me getting onto it, but I will do my best. Next, we've got the Claas Challenger 95E by J.AModding. Now, we had recently the dog. Well, this is a pack that has two in. So we've got the Claas Challenger and the dog Challenger. These are, I have to say, I think these are bigger and more powerful than the previous one we had. Somebody sent me a picture of one of these, weirdly, a little while ago. Who was it? Was it Dozer John? One of my subscribers and friends that sends me stuff is a lorry driver that delivers to farmers and stuff, and he sent me a picture, I'm sure, of a tracked Claas. I thought, well, I've never really come across one of those before. Anyway, I digress. Nice looking mod. The price is amazing. I love all the detail around here on the track section, the driven wheels and stuff. Looks brilliant. Yeah, the price is amazing. Horsepower's really high. It's a great bit of kit. The fact you can have, you know, either option is very nice too. It is 22.98 megabytes download. There are 22 slots each for the first one, and it's by J.AModding. You'll find them under large tractors, and they are separate. Look at the price. 100,000 for 510 horsepower. That's brilliant. It doesn't have a front 3-point link, but let's be honest, doesn't matter, does it? 510 horsepower for 100 grand. Amazing. Options available on this one. We've got glass 1, glass 2, glass 3, and back to 1 again. So slightly different sort of tints in a way. Then on the Dog 95E, we've got glass 1, 2, 3. We've also got awning in a kind of greyish white or awning in black for awning 2. Either one of those. Those are your options. It'll run at 24 miles per hour. Now what this also has, door opens and closes. Lighting's pretty good. Horn. Now the other one, the dog, is exactly the same engine sound and that kind of stuff. Runs exactly the same. But what we do have, under L1 and R1 I think it is, right stick side to side opens and closes the door and the interior light comes on. Then what we'll do is go in cab for the next bit, which is nicely detailed. If we turn the engine off. No, that was the lights. Turn the engine off. Engine on, dials all flick on, lights all come on. Then go off once it's running. Lights. What we do have, we go up to the left, L1 and right stick up and down. Hang on to the right side. Yep. L1 and right stick up and down, adjust your mirrors. And they are actually working, because you can see the JCB out there, look. Over there on the field. And if I go across to my R1 and right stick side to side, we can adjust the right mirror. I like these for the price, the size, the detail. I really, really like that. And like I say, the other one, the dog, all the same options, runs exactly the same. It's just the other version of it. That's cool. Very cool indeed. So, that's the Claas / Challenger 95E by J.AModding, and that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.